Hi, hello everyone. My name is Anagauri Shankar, Assistant Professor of English, working at Dr. S.N.S. Rajendra College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. So, in the previous session, we have discussed about the poem On His Blindness, given by John Milton, and also we discussed about what is meant by poem or what are the types of poetry. So, we have two types of poetry: subjective and objective. Objective is a poem which is given through imaginary, and subject is a poem which is given through the experience of a people. So here in this session we are going to discuss about a poem given by Robert Frost, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. So Robert Frost is a poet who always writes about nature. So he's an American writer. So his popular poems are Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, After Apple Picking, which says about difficulty of a farmer or a dream of a farmer, Mending Wall, which says about a relationship between the two neighbors. So like that, most of his poems are related to nature. So this poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, says about a journey of a human. So in our life, we have so many responsibilities. So how we should take everything, or how we should manage our responsibilities. That is said in this poem. Whose woods there are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. So the poet is traveling in a place and he was able to see few woods, maybe a trees or woods which are cut and something else. So he was able to see that. So he says that the woods which are kept there are the trees which are planted there, which are there in that place. He know the person, he know the owner of the person. So he says that the person's house may be in the neighborby village. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. So what he says means now the poet is standing here and is enjoying the beauty, enjoying the nature where the woods have been covered with the snow. So he says that I was enjoying the nature, but the owner will not be able to see me because he is in the village. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. So I was riding my horse towards my home, and I stopped here. So now my horse is giving a little queer. It has been feared a little because there is no any farmhouse nearby. But I stopped my horse here. So my horse may get little fear. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. So he says that the house is standing between the woods and the frozen lake. So nearby there is a lake which has been full of snow, and here the other side there is a wood which is covered full of snow. So the poet describes that it is the darkest evening of the year. So now we can know that the poet is traveling towards his house in the evening hours. So it is getting darker and darker. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. So we know that horses and cows will be having some bell in their neck. So the horse is shaking the bell. So by hearing the bell sound, the poet says that whether my horse is thinking that whether he has made a mistake as I have stopped him in this forest. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. So apart from this bell sound, the other sound the poet is able to hear is the sounds of sweep of easy wind. That is the sound of the wind and a downy flake. That is the flow of the water in the lake. Only these are the sounds you can able to hear in this deep forest during the dark evening hour. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. So what is this means? These woods are very lovely, dark and deep. So it is the time to admire the beauty of these woods. It looks very beautiful, but I have promises to keep. But I have responsibilities in my life. I have so many responsibilities in my life. So the next two lines, which are very, very important to every human being in the life, says, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So here he says that his life is not going to stop here. He wants to travel long and long. His journey is too long. So in his life he want to travel for long distance, so he cannot stop here and enjoy this beauty. So the major point or the message or theme of this poem is, in human life everyone have happiness, sufferings, everything else, but we should not get stuck with a particular thing, because our life is not short. We need to travel and travel. So our responsibilities are more. So before we sleep, here the line sleep refers to the death. Before a person dies, he should complete all his responsibilities of his life. That is the major theme of the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Thank you all. Thank you all for your patient listening. We'll meet in the next session. Until then, it is bye from Gauri Shankar NR. Thank you all.